สวัสดีครับคุณผู้ชมกลับมาพบกับรายการตามหาความจริงทุกวันอาทิตย์ตั้งแต่เวลา 21 นาฬิกาถึงเวลา 22 นาฬิกาทางสถานีโทรทัศน์ INTV และ TVD แห่งนี้ซึ่งผ่านสัญญาณดาวเทียมไดคม 5 ในระบบ C band ออกไปยัง 38 ประเทศในทวีปเอเชียท่านผู้ชมครับสักคำว่าสันติภาพเนี่ยเป็นสิ่งที่ทุกคนทั่วโลกใฝ่หาการสงครามทั่วโลกเนี่ยมีแต่ความสูญเสียนะครับดังที่เป็นประวัติศาสตร์สอนไว้ว่าสงครามอินโดจีนสงครามเวียดนามสงครามเขมรนะครับสงครามระหว่างกะเหรี่ยงกับรัฐบาลทหารพม่า60 ปีมีแต่ความสูญเสียไม่มีอะไรที่จะสร้างให้เกิดสันติภาพได้เลยดังนั้นมีตั้งแต่ KNLA Peace Council ได้มีข้อตกลงสันติภาพกับพม่าก็เกิดการพัฒนาพื้นที่พี่น้องชาวกะเหรี่ยงหรือคนทั่วโลกก็กลับไปพัฒนาในรัฐของตัวเองซึ่งนำโดยพลเอกทินหม่องนะครับขณะเดียวกัน KIO หรือ Kachin Independent Organization ซึ่งตั้งอยู่ทางเหนือของประเทศสหภาพพม่ามีพลเมือง2 ล้านคนซึ่งติดกับประเทศจีนคือมณฑลยูนานนะครับก็มีการตกลงในการที่จะหยุดยิงหยุดมีสันติภาพเกิดขึ้นซึ่งพี่น้องชาวกะชินต้องการหยุดยิงการไม่ต้องการทำสงครามต่อไปวันนี้เราได้รับเกียรติจากพันเอกเกมลัมดาวนะครับซึ่งท่านเป็น Deputy Chief of Foreign Affairs Kachin Independent Organization วันนี้เราจะมาสนทนาเป็นภาษาอังกฤษ Good morning Dr. Chin sorry good evening today is Sunday all right yeah, thank you for your coming to join our program again the last time not enough but this time you have to conclude all the things that what happening in Kachin state all right
thank you
because people watching around the world Colonel James may I call you Colonel James right
That's okay.
Colonel James what is the main reason Myanmar could not get peace such a long time in the past
oh yes the problem of Myanmar is that let us say Myanmar because long time before we call Burma but later on the present government changed to Myanmar so today we call Myanmar Myanmar has got independence in 1948 since then UNO became prime minister of our country but in his ruling systems he didn't abide by the constitution that has been prescribed and there's he ignored the rights of ethnic nationalities. That is the reason that they try to get such privilege in the parliament but they cannot get. That is the reason one group after another those ethnic nationalities they took up arms and fighting against the UNO government including Burmese Communist Party. And then in 1962, General Nevin took power from UNO government. As he mentioned that I have to accept the country. And since then, Burma has been ruled by military government up to this date. And more fighting has been going on.
Not stop.
Yeah, never stop up to this day.
I see. Since all the wars fighting more ethnic nationality, right? Each group. I see. I see. When was ceasefire agreement start between KIO and Myanmar government? When?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we KIO is not hungry for fighting. We fight for just to gain the rights for our Kachin people.
I see.
And
not
at the same time,
okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
At the same time, we always think about to negotiate with the government to bring peace by means of politics. That is the reason. Even we started in 1961. And then after 2 years in 1963, 1972, 1980, we tried to try to negotiate with the Burmese government. Like other groups, the same. But the Burmese government, the military government only demanded for totally disarm and surrender. that is the reason without our rights. So that is the reason no one can, even many times we agree, we try to negotiate and yet there's no result. And then fightings keep on and on. There's a new era of negotiations come up. In 1989, War Arms Group, they really are fighting against their boss, that is Burmese Communist Party, and they really wipe out. At the same time, and they agreed ceasefire with Burmese government, that was in 1989. After that, many other ethnic nationalities, armed groups also, one after another, they agreed ceasefire with the government. Up to 17 groups was agreed ceasefire.
I see.
Yeah, that is the beginning of our ceasefire era.
I see. Colonel James, what do you think? Yesterday I watched the TV and learned that Burmese government, they released over 10,000 prisoners nationwide. You see, that is the good side of the new change in Burma, led by the President Thein Sein. Because the world was at Burma change after new election, and also the policy of General Thein Sein, President Thein Sein, I think in the good hope of the Burmese and good hope for all the world that to be good things, good future for the Burmese people and country, and also ethnic nationality too. What do you think about that?
Yeah, this is positive.
Yeah, positive
result. And we really support to that, and we also please and thanks that kind of your opinions come up. You know, after a long time, such a long time, this is the first time we have elected government, so that General Thein Sein has become the president, and probably, yeah, because of we have a lot of experience in the past time. That stubborn idea, we know where to go, and this is only we suffer for the whole country. That now this new government in new eras come up.
Yeah.
For that, definitely sure that he's going to change all this kind of opinion, and we believe.
Yeah.
In some people say that new bottle with old wine. Yeah, in many cases you can say, but let us see the actions of the government. Yeah, then finally you can see that the new bottle with maybe mixture wine, or probably a new bottle with new wine. That depends on how they're formed. Now it's changed to start from maybe mixed wine, probably change to absolutely pure wine. That is we would like to think.
I see.
And this is really the beginning of new era development and peace. This is not only that we're thinking. He is saying that, announcing that now I'm opening peace. Big door has been peace. So that is now, he is not only talking about that, but he released prisoners.
Yes.
That is the most important, because
good
this
sign,
is
positive.
Good sign. That is really very good.
Yeah, positive. Because the world was at the Burmese new government. I am sure that I am believe, or many media believe the new policy of the President Thein Sein will bring the positive to Burmese people, and also each group to be peace. And also Burmese kept the word, what they signed the peace agreement of each group. I am sure, because the world was on that. Okay, what did NLD and do when KIO agreed a ceasefire?
Yeah, and the NLD is also in political arena. This is quite important to Myanmar, because she is the person who observed by the whole war, eyes by the whole war. Yeah. By that time, as we, the Kachin Independence Organizations, agreed ceasefire in 1994, and then continues to that. In 1995, 10 July, Aung San Suu Kyi was released from under house arrest.
That's a good positive.
Yeah, positive by that time.
Yeah.
And then we were very happy. You know, more importantly, she said that or there is no hostility feeling with the army. The General Danshui said that he want me to help to develop the country, to bring peace to the country. So that she was she said that she's agreed to that. She's willing to help the country to develop so that the power of politics can be returned to the people. She said that she said, that is so important. She said that we needed to rest spiritual. We have to be spiritual and intellectual has to be reconciliation at this kind of thing. So everybody think that this is the right time. I mean that time was the right time to come up because all 17 ethnic nationalities, armed groups also agree ceasefire. And now Aung San Suu Kyi also said the same thing, and everybody is really happy to hear that. But for some reason, the thing's direction has been differently come out. That's to see. Sorry
I
at that
see.
time.
Okay. Do you think during the time what the right time for tripartite dialogue when but it what get done? Why?
That is the thing. When you look at in Myanmar, there's a tripartite means three groups. For example, different groups, when we come to join together, then we have the similar ideas, similar concept, come together, then we can talk. But the reality is that, for example, we have different ideas and different concept because I like to say that every group have that dictatorship idea. One each other, they say, the government may want to see that as the symbol of that what has happened in Sri Lanka. The government wipe out all freedom fighters. And at the same time, maybe freedom fighters, they may want to see independence like East Timor. And probably the politicians, they might want to copy from Mandela's action. But in Burma, the basic and the realities and the facts that completely different from all those countries, and we cannot utilize those methods.
I see. As you see, the world see that the world change now in Middle East country, like in Egypt, Libya, and many Sudan and many countries in. How do you think about in Burma in the future?
That happened because it has been started for quite a long time, but they have to realize that what's going to happen. For many leaders, they have been lead the countries for 30 years, 40 years without justice. That is the thing. They think that they're very powerful, like Saddam Hussein. He has been very powerful, very strong, and like Gaddafi. They think that nothing can be happen to them, and their really security is maintained intact. That's what they believe. But the war has been changed, and today was in case if they really do something for the peaceful solution in the country, it has been successfully done for quite a long time because not. So this year, this is the time that everybody have to think and observe and prepare ourselves to bring peace in the country.
How do you see the people in Myanmar? How do you see that?
Today, look at the people in Myanmar. We have in the past time, in the future, probably we're going to change. We individually, if we look at Burmese people, they are very nice people. And yet, they look at each other as negative way. That is the reason that they try to paint their face with the black ink. So all the Burmese people come out to outside war. Hey, we see ourselves is in the black list, the black name list. we are really very sorry to come out in the outside world, and we have no privilege to enjoy together with outside world. That is the things that today everybody has to realize without blaming to each other. We have to accept our mistake. Once we accept our mistake, we will be able to, correct that mistake. Each time we correct our mistake, we can go ahead at least one step ahead. So for that, from this day, that our president is started to release prisoner. That means the atmosphere of the people in the country as well as in outside world. That is very good gesture.
Okay, we will please stay on. We will be back later. Thank you.
พิมพ์ตลาดวิเคราะห์ฉบับใหม่ล่าสุด INTV-TVD จัดหนักค่ายขายตรงทะลักทุ่มใช้สื่อทีวีตีตลาดกระจุยมหาวิบัติสึนามิทุบธุรกิจประกันแพร่ร้ายเรื้อรังฉุดเบี้ยหดหมื่นล้านเปิดมุมมองโครงการปุ๋ยสั่งตัด4กูรูฟันธงเอื้อประโยชน์น้อยซุ่มเสี่ยงโกงสูงตั้งหัวเสงพลิกคัมภีร์ยกเครื่องสู้ยักษ์ใหญ่พุททีสแควร์ดูดขาช็อปจอดฐานวัยรุ่นเพิ่มไก่ทอดชิคกี้ชิครสชาติเหนือราคาปูพรม250 สาขาเน้นขายง่ายสู้คู่แข่งเปิดม่านแนวลบไลฟ์สไตล์อาณาจักรสร้างคนสู่นักขายมืออาชีพหนังสือพิมพ์ตลาดวิเคราะห์วางแผงแล้ววันนี้ห้ามพลาดนะคะ
ผมได้กลับมาที่นี่อีกครั้งถึงแม้ชีวิตของบุคคลที่นี่จะเปลี่ยนแปลงไปแต่สำหรับผมไม่มีความสุขไหนมากไปกว่าการได้หยิบยื่นโอกาสให้กับคนไทยทุกชนชั้นกว่า10 ปีครอบครัวนักธุรกิจ New Life เติบโตมั่นคงด้วยธุรกิจขายตรงแบบเครือข่ายอย่างมากมายภายใต้ปณิธานที่ว่าเราจะมุ่งนำคุณภาพชีวิตที่ดีสู่ประชาชนด้วยความเชื่อมั่นในสินค้าที่ดีและมีคุณภาพสูงผมขอสัญญาว่าผมจะไม่หยุดสร้างอาชีพและรายได้ให้กับคนไทยตราบนานเท่านาน
10 ปี Neo Life เพื่อชีวิตใหม่ที่ดีกว่า
ถ้าผมไม่ตัดสินใจในวันนั้นผมคงไม่มีวันนี้เพื่อนผมมาแนะนำให้ทำธุรกิจใครจะกล้าคิดว่าเราจะมีธุรกิจเป็นของตัวเองเป็นธุรกิจขายตรงที่แตกต่างและแข่งขันได้แปลงทุกรายจ่ายของเครือข่ายให้เป็นรายรับด้วยเทคโนโลยีออนไลน์จากสาขาทั่วประเทศในที่สุดความฝันและอนาคตของเราก็เป็นจริง
เจริญโอสถธุรกิจขายตรงของคนไทยเพื่อคนไทย
ถ้าคุณกำลังมองหาข่าวสารเข้มเต็มพิกัดสาระเร้าใจได้อารมณ์พาทะลุหัวใจคนเครือข่ายประกันตลาดวิเคราะห์สื่อรายปักษ์ที่ได้รับความนิยมสูงสุดวางแผงแล้ววันนี้ทุกวันที่1และ16ของเดือนทั่วประเทศ
ความหลากหลายในแวดวงธุรกิจให้คุณได้ตื่นตัวไม่ว่าจะเป็นกิจกรรมทางการตลาดผลประกอบการการเปิดตัวสินค้าและกิจกรรมต่างๆที่น่าสนใจรวมไปถึงความเคลื่อนไหวขององค์กรกับรายการข่าวสังคมธุรกิจทางช่อง INTV และ TVD
จากสภาวะเศรษฐกิจที่ตกต่ำความยากจนก่อเกิดเป็นปัญหาใหญ่ของคนทั่วไปแต่วันนี้ด้วยความตั้งใจจริงที่อยากจะเห็นคนไทยรวยทั่วหน้าของผู้ชายคนนี้กายไพรินทร์
ผมจะเปลี่ยนแปลงคนไทยให้รวย 24 ชั่วโมงดูช่อง INTV ช่องนี้มีแต่คำว่ารวยแน่นอน
INTV ช่องนี้รวย 24 ชั่วโมง
กลับมาพบกับในช่วงที่2ของรายการตามหาความจริงครับท่านผู้ชมครับประธานาธิบดีบารักโอบามาแห่งสหรัฐอเมริกากับคำพูด change คือการเปลี่ยนแปลงคือทำให้ประเทศชาติอเมริกาเนี่ยเปลี่ยนแปลงไปหลายทิศทางที่ดีขึ้นหลายอย่าง จากความรู้สึกที่อยู่แต่เก่าๆแต่ท่านบารักโอบามาก็คือมีการเปลี่ยนแปลงอย่างต่อเนื่องหรือแม้แต่มิสซิสคริสติเคนนี่ U.S. Ambassador ประจำประเทศไทยเนี่ยท่านมีจิตใจที่ล่าเริงโปร่งใสและเรียนรู้วัฒนธรรมของคนไทยแม้แต่ท่านอยู่ฟิลิปปินส์เป็นท่านทูตอยู่ฟิลิปปินส์เนี่ยท่านยังส่งใน YouTube มาว่ารักคนไทยรักอาหารไทยก่อนที่ท่านจะมาดำรงตำแหน่งเอกอัครราชทูตสหรัฐอเมริกาประจำประเทศไทยซึ่งท่านมีความคิดความเนื้อหาของท่านในการที่จะพัฒนาในการที่จะเพิ่มความสัมพันธ์ระหว่างประเทศนั้นเป็นสิ่งที่เยี่ยมยอดเป็นเขาเรียก lively character ของผู้หญิงคนหนึ่งที่เป็นผู้หญิง working woman คนหนึ่งนะครับ we are talking about the Kachin Colonel James James it been long time conflict in Myanmar do you think that there is a way to get peace
Yes, even many countries in the world, if they do the right doesn't mean that very good way. There's an appropriate way for every group. That can be done. So that this is the way what we are trying. And at the same time,
what you think? Because last 4 years ago, the Myanmar government they reached agreement, peace agreement with the KNLA Peace Council, and since then I heard that Burmese kept the word. Mean they allow the KNLA Peace Council to develop themselves in the state, to develop the whole thing, like the road, the whole thing. But the KNLA Peace Council led by General Tin Mong, he want to stand by him own. They own like a developing, get developing now undergoing. So do you think in the future the Kachin people will follow his footsteps like that?
Yes, that is very important point that the promise has to be kept. And how the promise can be kept. That is not only concern on Burmese government, for everybody. Once we make a promise, but in serious circumstances, something can be changed. And that unacceptable changes make us that we have to break the promise. That is what is happening in the world. So today, what the Burmese government promised to the people in Myanmar, that also really very important that they must keep the promise. That is depend on environment. If there's anything happen that they were unable to keep the promise, then they already break the promise. So in this case, we have to understand each other. Not only one side understand only another. We both mutually understand each other. Through that kind of thing, we both can keep the promise. But in some cases, there's something that this is not the reason is not good enough to change, and yet things can be changed. That is not only directly affected to those countries, but there's a widely also important to each other that make them change for some other reason also happen. So now on, this is that I feel that the new government is elected government. That government is no longer military government. Within military government, there is no constitution. Constitution when the time in 1947, constitution has been abolished in 1962 when General Navin come up. And in 1974, there's another constitution that been dropped that it was completely abolished in 1988 by General Somong. Since then, we don't have any constitution, so that we cannot control any promises by the constitution, because there is no constitution. So in many cases, this kind of circumstances cause the Burmese government didn't keep the promise. But today we have constitution. Today we have elected government. From now on, we would like to think that things will be well done in the future.
And they keep the promise for the peace agreement.
Even whether they can keep promise or not is we have to observe. This is what we would like to think that they keep promise.
Because recently I watched TV President Hu Jintao of the People of the Republic of China. He appreciate the country that kept promise when sign peace agreement with each country, even ethnic nationality. Peace agreement must be kept the word. What the peace agreement said. All right. For example, many countries in the Middle East country when they sign like Libya, when the government sign the peace agreement with the other group, but they don't never keep the promise that Hu Jintao, President Hu Jintao or Barack Obama, the President of the United States, they condemn on the people who break the peace agreement, not keep the word. That's the key. So what you think about that? If the country, if Burmese new elect government not keep the word, not keep the word, what do you think?
In this case, superpower countries really pay attention, concentrate on war peace.
Yes.
That is the reason mostly when we look at the small countries and that those countries like Burma, like Middle East, yes, and there's no peace at all. For especially those countries are very important. That's like President Hu Jintao, President Obama. Those people have to jointly concentrate to bring peace. That is not only a country peace, war peace. This is, in case everything come up this kind of thing, I think the world will be a happier place to live in. So especially look at what their ways of thinking is. When the time we're talking about that American and China, look at when the time President Kennedy said that we American will be in the moon in 10 years. But what they said, the most important is in life is make decision. And the second, you try to abide by the way you make decision and do that, then success will be there. So within 6 years, not 10 years, within 6 years, they were in the moon. And then look at about China. Within 3 decades in the past, from the very beginning, they try to develop their country. Look at today, within a short time, with promise, with enthusiastically what they did for your country, and that is 1.3 billion has been well-fed today, and again, the whole country in every corner has been developed because, what kind of they keep promise to the people will trust and stick on the president's order. Through this kind of things that the country can develop very quickly. So that this is the things that two superpower countries, they can do this kind of thing. So why don't they really try to teach and try to guide the way to keep promise and to make decision and do exactly what they already make decision. Then finally they're going to get the result.
I see.
So this is really very good example for us.
Because of superpower look attention on those the country who kept the promise, kept the word. You see.
Yes.
Many.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me, Colonel James. Tell me the way of life of Kachin. Okay. What do they do for their life? And I have learned that your leader have a life, the way of life, simple man, and live with the people, with the heart of Kachin people. Okay, tell me about that.
This is again very important that in every society, mostly, we are killing ourselves. Number one, this is very important that we come to discuss about this thing, and then look at. We usually blame on some other people, like the government, like some other countries, we blame on. In fact, the one who try to destroy us is our enemies. Then I look at to myself. Then, as a matter of fact, I destroy to myself. I drink, I get drunk. That is also destroy to myself. And I smoke, and I become drug addict. More importantly, I destroy to my life and to myself. Who destroy me is myself. That is I am the enemy of myself. So after learning this kind of thing, all important things what I can change is myself. So I better behave this kind of thing, and in order to get out from this world to be recognize that myself is enemy. So that is, if I have the ability to accept this kind of opinion, then I will have to correct myself. One step ahead each time I correct myself. So that is the reason that we have the chance and talk to, that is confession. So that in our country, why we have been, against each other. That is the reason we are trying to destroy ourselves. And the second, based on that, the government is trying to arrange something to be in different way to keep peace. And this is all the way we have such confusion. And then now after we realize that what should we do in the future? Our leaders, they're striving for that. We are very poor people. Instead of we should be rich, because we have very rich in natural resources, and those natural resources are no use for us today.
Even the tsunami in Japan, suffering Japan people suffering from tsunami victim the last 2 months. I would like you on behalf of the Kachin people to say sympathy for all Japanese people who suffering from the tsunami victim last 2 months ago. Even it long time, but too far. But you can talk to sympathy to them, especially on the southern of Thailand, the flood victims, the 6 provinces that suffering from the flood. So, have you anything to talk on that?
This is a very important. Many people, they are building something and they believe on their Really, they believe on their engineer, and they trust that nothing will happen. Look at in Japan, when the time they try to install that nuclear power, everybody, then some people start to talk that one day it might be leak out, something can be happen, and yet they're really confident on that engineer. But today, what has happened? Not because of lack of experience in those engineers, but act of God. Again, this kind of thing, we, the people of Kachin, even though we really pity on that, and we also in the position, very bad position, but as this kind of position, we really send our condolences to the people who suffer
in Japan.
And again, based on similar problem we're going to happen in Kachin. Today is development area. So that when the time you develop your country without electricity, you cannot develop anything. So today, that is in the confluence of Melika and Melika, 2 rivers join together, and there the government and some other investors try to build a big dam. A big dam is going to do. And someday this dam will be something going to happen wrong. And everybody's believe in engineer. But in case act of God is broken down, what would happen? From that area to the sea, millions of people will be washed away.
I see.
Millions of people. So by that time, Japanese will say that, sorry to see. That is give and take. So that what my idea is that's instead of building a big dam in one place, they can do a small dam in up above. There's a very convenient place that we can do that. And so that by that way, even anything happen wrong, there will be no problem for people. So maybe several dams can be produced much bigger, energy, electric energy. This is the way to solve.
Stay you with us. We be right back.
ภาวะเศรษฐกิจที่ตกต่ำความยากจนก่อเกิดเป็นปัญหาใหญ่ของคนทั่วไปแต่วันนี้ด้วยความตั้งใจจริงที่อยากจะเห็นคนไทยรวยทั่วหน้าของผู้ชายคนนี้กายไพรินทร์
ผมจะเปลี่ยนแปลงคนไทยให้รวย 24 ชั่วโมงดูช่อง INTV ช่องนี้มีแต่คำว่ารวยแน่นอน
INTV ช่องนี้รวย 24 ชั่วโมง
หนังสือพิมพ์ตลาดวิเคราะห์ฉบับใหม่ล่าสุด INTV-TVD จัดหนักค่ายขายตรงทะลักทุ่มใช้สื่อทีวีตีตลาดกระจุยมหาวิบัติสึนามิทุบธุรกิจประกันแพร่ร้ายเรื้อรังฉุดเบี้ยหดหมื่นล้านเปิดมุมมองโครงการปุ๋ยสั่งตัด4กูรูฟันธงเอื้อประโยชน์น้อยสุ่มเสี่ยงโกงสูงตั้งหัวเสงพลิกคัมภีร์ยกเครื่องสู้ยักษ์ใหญ่พุททีสแควร์ดูดขาช็อปจอดฐานวัยรุ่นเพิ่มไก่ทอดชิคกี้ชิครสชาติเหนือราคากูพรม250 สาขาเน้นขายง่ายสู้คู่แข่งเปิดม่านแนวลบไลฟ์สไตล์อาณาจักรสร้างคนสู่นักขายมืออาชีพหนังสือพิมพ์ตลาดวิเคราะห์วางแผงแล้ววันนี้ห้ามพลาดนะคะ
ผมได้กลับมาที่นี่อีกครั้งถึงแม้ชีวิตของบุคคลที่นี่จะเปลี่ยนแปลงไปแต่สำหรับผมไม่มีความสุขไหนมากไปกว่าการได้หยิบยื่นโอกาสให้กับคนไทยทุกชนชั้นกว่า10 ปีครอบครัวนักธุรกิจ New Life เติบโตมั่นคงด้วยธุรกิจขายตรงแบบเครือข่ายอย่างมากมายภายใต้ปณิธานที่ว่าเราจะมุ่งนำคุณภาพชีวิตที่ดีสู่ประชาชนด้วยความเชื่อมั่นในสินค้าที่ดีและมีคุณภาพสูงผมขอสัญญาว่าผมจะไม่หยุดสร้างอาชีพและรายได้ให้กับคนไทยตราบนานเท่านาน
10 ปี Neo Life เพื่อชีวิตใหม่ที่ดีกว่า
ถ้าผมไม่ตัดสินใจในวันนั้นผมคงไม่มีวันนี้เพื่อนผมมาแนะนำให้ทำธุรกิจใครจะกล้าคิดว่าเราจะมีธุรกิจเป็นของตัวเองเป็นธุรกิจขายตรงที่แตกต่างและแข่งขันได้แปลงทุกรายจ่ายของเครือข่ายให้เป็นรายรับด้วยเทคโนโลยีออนไลน์จากสาขาทั่วประเทศในที่สุดความฝันและอนาคตของเราก็เป็นจริง
เจริญโอสถธุรกิจขายตรงของคนไทยเพื่อคนไทย
ถ้าคุณกำลังมองหาข่าวสารเข้มเต็มพิกัดสาระเร้าใจได้อารมณ์พาทะลุหัวใจคนเครือข่ายประกันตลาดวิเคราะห์สื่อรายปักษ์ที่ได้รับความนิยมสูงสุดวางแผงแล้ววันนี้ทุกวันที่1และ16ของเดือนทั่วประเทศ
ความหลากหลายในแวดวงธุรกิจให้คุณได้ตื่นตัวไม่ว่าจะเป็นกิจกรรมทางการตลาดผลประกอบการการเปิดตัวสินค้าและกิจกรรมต่างๆที่น่าสนใจรวมไปถึงความเคลื่อนไหวขององค์กรกับรายการข่าวสังคมธุรกิจทางช่อง INTV และ TVD
จากสภาวะเศรษฐกิจที่ตกต่ำความยากจนก่อเกิดเป็นปัญหาใหญ่ของคนทั่วไปแต่วันนี้ด้วยความตั้งใจจริงที่อยากจะเห็นคนไทยรวยทั่วหน้าของผู้ชายคนนี้กายไพรินทร์
ผมจะเปลี่ยนแปลงคนไทยให้รวย 24 ชั่วโมงดูช่อง INTV ช่องนี้มีแต่คำว่ารวยแน่นอน
INTV ช่องนี้รวย 24 ชั่วโมง
กลับมาพบกับรายการตามหาความจริงในช่วงสุดท้ายของรายการ ท่านผู้ชมครับวันนี้เราได้รับเกียรติจาก ดร. Timothy หลักแหลมท่านเป็น Head of Public Relations for KNU KNLA Peace Council สวัสดีครับท่านดร. ครับสวัสดีครับ Thank you for your joining our program again tonight. Okay, the first question is the one question I would like to ask you, the doctor is what is standard for peace? What is that?
Standard for peace is actually we've been achieved for 4 years ago, but we're not really. It's a both sides clapping together and make a noise. But for KNU KNLA peace, standard for peace, so we are showing a sincerity to the Burmese government is. Number one, stop all kinds of atrocity and violation of human rights to respect the peaceful living of the people. Another main is, not just stop fighting and shooting, But the other thing will follow. Number two is also to respect and align trade to generate to generate income for the development of our own society. Number three is recognize the ownership of natural resources which belong to our local Karen people within the Karen state.
Not other, they belong to the Karen people.
This is belong to the Karen, not anybody or not even the government.
Yes.
They cannot act like they are owner, they can do whatever they want.
Agree, yes.
Number three is recognize ownership of natural resources which belong to the local people. Number four, respect the culture and language of the origin of the local people. Number five, recognize the family orientations and the community spirit of the people, which is you must not violate those things. Number six, power sharing and recognizing the voice of the local majority of the people. Number seven, respect the constitutions of the local community or state for the purpose of long-term peace within the community. But that is, we call the standards of peace. But it didn't come to that point from the government as yet. But we wish that this new government will be fulfill all these 7 points, which is showing that the government have a high moral and standard, showing the sincerity towards Karen Peace Council and all the other ethnic. That will lead to reconciliation and long-term peace for the whole Burma.
Okay, Colonel James, as you are belong to armed group, okay, how will you prepare to negotiate with the new government for peace?
Oh yes, long time before we negotiate with the military government. Has been individually, not cooperate with other group. Now, since we learned that there's a new government, elected government is already a must. Since then, we and nationalities arms group also arrange and prepare for dialogue with the government. But this time we are not only group by group, individually. We are not going. This is so important this time. We all join together and talk to the government with one policy, under one policy, with one voice. Through these kind of things that we already collectively discuss and arrange for that. And for this organization we call United Nationalities Federation Council. This is several times we already jointly meeting, and the latest meeting was take place on between 9 and 12 this month. So this is we really collectively we're going to talk to the government without argument between each other group. With one.
Okay. How, Dr. Timothy, how do you see the people in Myanmar since the new elected government, I mean, in democracy, led by the President Thein Sein? How do you see that?
I think people all over in Burma
look positive.
Look positive and hoping that this new government will bring freedom and recognize the right of the people. And then also bringing a reconciliation with all the ethnic to unite the country. And I believe that they also are trying to do the best they can. And I hope that this will all come together with a positive, not only the government, but everybody, people in Burma, and then also all the ethnic coming with a positive mindset. And the government as well respond. We all work together, including a government must also respond.
Like Kachin and PC people.
That's right. All others. They were coming that I think that Burma will be a great country and a great future that we can, present to our generation that will come.
I see. Okay, Colonel James, what do you want to send the message, to the people in Myanmar as well as the people around the world? What you want to send the message?
Oh yeah, that's a great opportunity to say this kind of message. Yeah, I would like to talk to the people of Myanmar. This is a time for us to forgive based on national reconciliation. What we have been thinking about the past time, let us go to a new chapter for all peace. And that is without understanding between each other will be not happen. Through this kind of reconciliation, we really one step after another, we will go up. And any country in the world or any religion, they teach us that you love your enemy as much as you love your own self, as much as you love yourself. That is the Bible say and the religion say. Maybe we cannot do such thing, but at least we have to forgive. We must have the ability to forgive each other, and for the sake of our country peace. So that is so to the outside world. That international community, without the help of international communities, the Burma again is quite difficult to understand each other, and that is all divided into pieces and unable to come up as a national reconciliation. So this is very important that outside world also pay attention to for the country that very difficult positions at this time, and with consideration and with good idea of outside world, we Burma can be peace at really good intention and good result will become. That's all in all. What I want to say is that this is in the privilege I can say something to outside world, to the people of Myanmar. That is, I'm really happy for that INTV, by the help of INTV, which is led by Mr. Sutin. Without this, we are unable to expose what we want to say to our people to outside world. That is a great thing that these channels will be the founder of how to find the way to get peace in Myanmar. We really gratefully thanks to you, Consultant.
With my appreciate this program, we support the peace around the world, not even in Thailand or Burma, around the world. That if the country need peace, we speak up for them. We will act on spokesperson for them. We are okay. Dr. Timothy, would you like to come up with the message to around the world, or maybe in the new Myanmar government? You have anything to talk?
Well, first of all, I want to show my appreciation to the INTV. As from the current PC, Peace Council, on behalf of General Timon, General Tole, Dr. Kapotu, and General Yenu, and all the current people that appreciate very much your effort for peace and development as a good neighboring country in Thailand, and appreciate very much INTV. But also, I want to send a message to the Burmese government. Today is a day of new day, new freshman for the people for Burma. They're hoping that this government will bring such a potential of peace and development and true democracy, and giving the power back to the people, make the people to make a choice. The will of the people must be a first priority. I hope that this government will respond for that. And also all the ethnics, and as well, we are looking for the positive, the outcome from this government as well. So we are willing to respond in a positive way, not a violent way, not a warlord mentality like in the past from the both sides. I also looking for the all the media and all these others who are in the past was all negative and accusation, never ending, all these kind of problems. I think these things has to be stopped. Let's put the positive, all come together in the positive and bring a good solution for the future of Burma. If we are really care for the people of Burma, it shouldn't be condemned. This nation should not be condemned and a never-ending type of thing anymore. Let's work together from the outside, inside, ethnic people of Burma. I believe that we will finish all the horrible thing in the past in this nation, and then we will make a history together. You know, for the future of Burma and for long-term peace and true democracy.
ท่านผู้ชมครับวันนี้รายการได้รับเกียรติอย่างสูงมากทั้งสองท่านก็คือทั่วโลกต้องการสันติภาพแม้แต่ผู้นำต่างๆในพม่าที่ต่อสู้กันมานาน60ปีกับรัฐบาลพม่าก็ต้องการสันติภาพด้วยเช่นกันโดยเฉพาะอย่างยิ่งการทำเป็นตัวอย่างของการทำให้สงครามมีการเซ็นสัญญาหยุดยิงก็คือมีให้สันติภาพเกิดขึ้นเมื่อ4ปีที่แล้วคือของกลุ่ม KNU และ KNL Peace Council และกะชินก็ดีซึ่งอยู่ทางเหนือของพม่าได้เกิดเป็นตัวอย่างในการที่จะนำความสงบสุขความร่มเย็นอยู่กันอย่างสันตินะครับสงครามมีคือความสูญเสียไม่มีอะไรชนะเลยในการที่จะให้กับความสื่อสิ่งต่างๆเหล่านี้ไปสู่สังคมชาวโลกว่าสันติภาพเป็นหนทางเดียวเท่านั้นในการแก้ปัญหานะครับยิ่งทะเลาะกันมากยิ่งลบกันมากเป็นการแพ้ทั้งหมดไม่มีใครที่ชนะดังนั้นถึงเวลาที่พันเอกเจมส์เขาบอกว่าถึงเวลาที่จะอภัยถึงเวลาที่จะต้องหยุดสงครามถึงเวลาที่จะต้องพัฒนาในพื้นที่ของรัฐของนั้นๆเช่นรัฐPC ก็ดีรัฐกะชินก็ดีในการที่จะพัฒนาให้ประชาชนมีความเป็นอยู่ดีกินดีโดยเฉพาะอย่างยิ่งพลเอกทินหม่องและคณะผู้บริหารของ PC ต้องการนำที่ผู้อพยพจากทั่วโลกกลับไปพัฒนาในเขตพื้นที่ของตัวเองในการนำทรัพยากรของตัวเองในตามที่ข้อตกลงกับพม่าเนี่ยให้มาพัฒนาสร้างโรงพยาบาลสร้างอะไรต่างๆวันนี้รายการตามหาความจริงต้องกราบขอบพระคุณดร. ทิโมธีหลักแหลมท่านเป็นหัวหน้าฝ่ายทูตสัมพันธ์ของKNL Peace Council ขอบคุณท่านดร. มากๆครับและขณะเดียวกันต้องขอบคุณพันเอกเจมส์ลุ่มดาวซึ่งท่านเป็น Deputy Chief of Foreign Affairs Kachin Independent Organization หรือ KIO ขอบคุณมากครั้งหน้าต้องเชิญทั้งสองท่านมาร่วมรายการแล้วก็ขอขอบคุณและรายการนี้จะเป็นสิ่งที่เป็นเหมือนกับตัวแทนของพี่น้องชาวกะชินข่าวอีกหลายๆฝ่ายหรือ PC ก็ดีในการให้สันติภาพเกิดขึ้นโดยไม่เกี่ยวข้องกับคอนฟลิกต์ภายในจะถ้ามีสันติภาพเกิดขึ้นรายการนี้จะเป็นกระบอกเสียงเป็นตัวหลักให้กับท่านออกไปสังคมทั่วโลก Thank you the people they watching around the world that this program INTV looking for truth is support the country that we want peace we will act on behalf of your people today thank you very much for joining สวัสดีครับสำหรับวันนี้สวัสดีครับ